What's up, guys? Bright and early next morning. Where did we even leave off on this? I know I was doing a motor because the GoPro stand and tripod, everything's covered in assembly lube. But we got the heads down, torque down, cylinders torqued down, motor mount done, intake installed. So I'm pretty sure where we left off is everything on this side of the bike. So that'll make it easy. I don't have to keep flip-flopping back and forth at least, but now we need to, oh, that's what it was. Oil lines that I forgot to put in. Again, I do this every time I do an iron head. They just drop in up here, drop down here with some rubber O-rings and like compression fitting style that just tighten down. So we're gonna start with the oil lines because that's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. Then we gotta loosen all of the lifters, throw the push rods back in. And then we should be about good on the motor side. Take a look at this intake too. We might adjust that a little bit. Then get the push rods in, adjusted. Then we gotta time it. Throw the mag in, pipes, carb. Should be done after that. So let me grab some tools. We'll disassemble the lower oil lines. When I took it apart, I just pulled the couplers from the top, yanked them up through. So let me find some gaskets or O-rings for these and take these connectors off and jam some oil lines in. Hopefully they fit. 1/2 inch on these guys. I got brand new rubbers here, so that should go a little bit better. Hopefully you got the other ends of these oil lines in the box. I think I left them on the hard line. Let's see. Yeah. There's one. Uh-oh. There we go. So this is what the fitting looks like. It's just a wide open section. Open this guy up, grab a new seal. And I usually just put the seals right on the tube. One there. Press this out on the one. It's pretty stuck. That's what should happen. But these essentially will slide on here this way. So your threaded part goes around the seal like that. It'll hold that in place. We'll drop this on, set our other seal on, and now we got a nice little tube. Oh, all right, we got lucky. Had to bend the hard line a little bit, but we can just bend that right back once it's in. Now, when we go to snug this up, your compression fitting will crush that rubber around. So I usually like getting them both started first. Like that. And just snug them back down. There we go. One of two. So we'll be back when I get the other one done. Same deal. I do gotta press out the old seal because this one's rock hard in here. Get that out of there with a screwdriver. And we'll be back when the front line is in. I just swapped out the upper push rod seals here. New cork gaskets. So got all 4 in the head. I'm gonna pull up the lowers. And then I just pulled the plugs out. This motor has a lot of compression. I tried kicking it over as is with the pipes all dangling down here just to rotate the thing. Because I didn't do that yesterday after I assembled everything. You usually want to do 1 or 2 checks, make sure everything's rotating free. It was really hard to kick over with the plugs in. And by that I mean it felt pretty locked up. Pulled the plugs, turns over perfect. It's just a compression thing. I'm wearing gym shoes and didn't really feel like stomping on this with the pipes all dangling there and bang those up any more than I already have. So let's do some push rods. Clean this up. We'll reach down here and yank up the cork gasket. Come on. So just pry one side up and then it'll come right out. Put all four in first before we do any of the adjustments on the tappets, just so I don't get them set up and forget to put them back in or something like stupid like that. I wouldn't put it past me. All right. One. There we go, fresh gaskets. And now with the plugs out, it's gonna make this part much easier. I'm just gonna start at the back. So we rotate this up, the intake valve's opening. Actually, where do I wanna start? I think I'm gonna start with the high ones because we gotta loosen the crap out of these. So in order to do that, 7/16 in the lower nut, 1/2 inch on the top. Break your jam nut free. You should, in theory, slide up here pretty simple and easy like. Oh no, there's going to be brake clean in my crappy old oil that I haven't changed yet. Oh well. So essentially you're going to loosen the jam nut, thread this all the way up. Then we're going to thread this down into the lifter. It should go pretty easy. This one's a little tight. For the push rod, this one's all together still because we pulled the heads off, so I did label them front intake here. So pop this collar off. And I didn't take these tube assemblies apart. I'm not gonna. But right now we got this one queued up all the way at the top. So we're gonna rotate this over until this drops all the way down in the bore. Down there. Let me jam the push rod up in here. Just to slip it in. Your collars slide up. So there we go. Push rod's in. Now we're going to take our 1/2 inch again. We're going to bring this upper all the way out. I over adjusted that, so if you look with this collar up and I spin this push rod, I can no longer spin it. That's not good, that's too tight. So we're gonna go back to about there. This spins free, but there's no up and down play. Right there it gets tight, so we'll go 1/4 turn back. And that is where we're gonna leave our push rod adjustment. I like them a little bit on the loose side. They get a little clickety-clackety, but they're push rods. I know what it is. I don't mind the noise. And then you loosen up the jam nut and re-thread this back down all the way. This is what's gonna hold that push rod where it's adjusted, or hold the push rod adjustment in place. Yeah, a little bit of debris or something. So we'll thread this back down. by hand all the way. Easy, free spin there. Now, we'll take our 1/2 inch up top. This will hold the push rod adjuster where we want it, and snug down the lock jam nut. Just like that. Nice spinny. So we'll go ahead and do the rest of those. I'll come back when they're all done. The only thing that changes right now, this is our intake, so we can rotate this over, make sure that this valve works. Opening the valve, coming up, coming down. So now our exhaust is coming up. Wait till that goes down. And right there, that's bottomed out, so that's where we're going to do our adjustments here. So let me jam the rest of these push rods together. There's more detailed one in the other videos. Push rods are all back in. So new gaskets top and bottom. Now we just got to put the snap clips back in. So what I like to do is slide these up and make sure they are in the grooves. Take your snap clip, and then I'll just push into the screwdriver, use a flathead here, and leverage the spring down. Like so. It's way easier than trying to pry around on the fins and compress these. Everybody always kind of pulls them that way. This method works a lot better and doesn't scratch up your cylinders. Now we get to see what's going to leak. Hopefully nothing. Just kidding, it's an iron head. It's going to leak everywhere. Oh. All right, push rods are in. Now we're down to exhaust, carb, mag. So maybe we'll do the exhaust first. That won't get in the way. Luckily, I kind of manhandled this out of here. So I don't know how well this will twist and turn right back in place. That'd be great if we could get that lucky, but I'm not really anticipating it. Maybe. Oh. The sheet metal screw through there or something? Oh, come on. We'll be very gentle here. Not at all. God, I love crappy bikes. All right, so let me grab the actual impact drill here in a 7/16. We'll snug these exhausts up. At least it came with the good clamps, or at least the clamps that I like. And this one's the loosey-goosey one, but it's a terrible mount design down here. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Let me just make sure that our kicker clears. It should. Oh yeah. Sweet. Well, I guess we can rotate this over and find top dead center now. And do the dreaded mag timing that I've been putting off forever. So, let's get compression stroke here. Coming up on compression there. Oh, I didn't pull the thing out. Back to the timing hole. Timing plug, we have the line. You're not going to be able to see it anyway, I'm not going to show you. The line is center, just to the back side of center on the flywheel right now. So now we got to pop this mag cover off again. I'll worry about the wiring later, but I need to get in here so I can see, since I don't have my fancy clear cover. And I've never done a mag install, so hopefully this goes all right, or it's going to kick my ass when we go to fire it up. But we'll take this cover off. Alrighty. Come on, gasket. There we go. Now, on the mag, the short lobe, which has got a little Sharpie line on it, this is what matches up with the front. So, basically need to get this set where the points are just starting to open. Just kind of right there. So the points are just breaking. Right there. But I don't know which way this is going to adjust or shift when we drop it in the hole. So let's see. Oh, probably want to get these nuts off of here too, huh? The back one stays, the front one will drop out. Now, points are where we want them. Let's see what happens with this when we drop it into the hole. All right, so the timer, or the point lobe, wants to, how does this work? Points lobe wants to kick clockwise as we drop it in. So depending on where we position this, we're back down there. Points are just opening right there. But I don't like it all the way over here because this is bottomed out on the push rod, which means we need to go 1 tooth over. So like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm kind of winging it. I know what I need it to do. It's too much. It's kind of like a distributor on the car. And this spins clockwise. I just lost my timing mark, but that's okay. We'll come back around. One. Just feeling for the compression stroke here. Right about there. Now, if this is somewhere near the line on the flywheel, we're actually in pretty good shape right there. Let's see where we're at. All right, so now we're back on our flywheel mark. So we'll try not to move the crank any more than that. And we're gonna come back over here, and you can't use a test light because I don't have a battery. I would really need a continuity tester. Man, come on. Okay, so if this is seated against the motor, we're fine. But I don't want it that far over. I need it here. So how do I do that? I don't know if I can get any less on the mag. Might just be stuck there. Let's see. Can I get one more half a turn here? That's way too far out. Screw it. Let's try it right there. If I need to adjust it, we can. Thought that's where that was before. I'm in between the rotation here, so I can't get this to mesh up any better. Come on. maybe I can. Just kidding. That I like better. There we go. That's where I want it. I didn't think I could get that close on the teeth. So now I'm going to start putting these bolts in just to get them roughly set. We'll leave it floating until we do our final adjustments, but that should get us in the ballpark. Man, not a lot of room in here. Okay, I think we're in good shape here. So here's the mag setup. Got it tightened down now. We are on the timing mark. Points are just about to open. So if I push down on the kicker at all, points are open now. I think that's we're gonna try it, and hopefully it doesn't hurt me. There's not much room here. Should work. Mag's tightened down. We just snug up these bolts one more quarter turn. I think that should be about right. Okay. Switch is going to be kind of a pain in the ass to get in now. That screws in on the kill switch. So I got to figure out how we're going to get over to that now that I got the cylinders back on. That was foolish. Well, worst case, I can just ground this. That's real chopper, right? All right. Mag cap, carburetor, and we're ready to fire this thing up. This time we are going to try another clear cap for this guy. And hopefully I can do it without breaking it this time. That'd be just great. So, mag cap goes on over the springs. This time we'll get it right. Nice and gentle. Keep downward pressure on this because I know it keeps trying to pry up. Until we get two in at least. Probably wasn't the best idea to leave these plug wires in a bin filled with oily parts, but whatever. And oh, I got brand new plugs too. So we got some Champions over here. I like NGKs, but they're getting real hard to find. The non-resistor ones anyway. Alright, well, let's see if we get some sparks, I guess. I don't know where the best spot to put you is for that. Just drape these over the cylinder heads and keep it on this side, I guess. Key is on. Oh yeah, she's sparking. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Need some gap in here, that's for sure. Especially this one's like touching. Nice blue spark. What time we got? I might have to go to work. So close. Oh shit. So I gotta be at work at 10. We'll be back.